Hey Frontline fans, welcome back to Comic Frontline fans. You're back with me, Mike SPIDER-SLAYER, getting ready to do that all-important comic book review so you, the fans, can make a decision what comic books to buy. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about The Walking Dead issue number 158. It's hard to believe that I have been reviewing The Walking Dead on YouTube, at least, since around issues number 86 and 87, and now we're on 158. That is insane. This is the Whisperer War Part 2 of 6. It's a really nice looking cover as we get to see, which looks like Jesus on the cover doing battle against the zombies. And it's really nice because this whole war is going to have connecting covers. And so by the time you're done with it, it's going to be this long cover. I think that's really awesome. Book is written by Robert Kirkman. Its art is done by Charlie Ardlard. And Cliff Rathburn does the gray tones, and the ink is done by Stefano Guardino. Artwork is really well done here. In this book, we get to see a lot of zombies in this book, which is good. We haven't seen that in a long time. This time around, it continues in this second part that has to do with a lot of paneling, and there's a lot of characters that are involved in this actual book. It's actually overwhelming when you're reading it, and this kind of took me off of the story a little bit because there's, again, so many characters, so many little storylines going on behind the scenes on what the whole war is. But when the artwork is big and bold, it really shines, and I really, really enjoyed it. So, what was the second part of the story about? Now, if you haven't read your copy yet and you don't want to get spoiled by anything, please read your copy and then come back and see this review. So, the way this book opens up, it's a doozy, okay? We all knew that at the end of part 1, when you showed all the characters in the book, that there was, obviously there's going to be deaths, right? Right off the bat, this book starts off with a death. And we get to see a longtime character fall to his death, basically, and that is Father Gabriel. He winds up falling from this water tile, and he breaks his leg, and he's hanging there. And the next thing you wind up seeing is you have Beta that sits there and just slice open his intestines, and he's like, "You should have whispered." So as the Whisperers are making their approach, we wind up getting to see other plot lines develop here. We wind up seeing this character. His name is Vincent, and he goes to the Savior camp, which Dwight used to rule and be the leader of. Well, ever since Dwight left, this group doesn't want to really be a part of Rick's alliance anymore, and he sends them away packing. And I was like, wow, man, this could be something serious in the future. You get little hints of Eugene not being there. Rick's trying to find out what's going on with Eugene, but if you read previous issues, he's been on a CB radio trying to find out who this person is that he's talking to. We get to see little scenes going on with the kingdom and their ruler, William. You have trust issues when it comes to Dwight and Negan, as Negan is now working with Alexandria. So that was really interesting there as well. They get to set up shop to try to do battle, which they think is against just regular zombies. And the zombies are coming, but what the group doesn't realize is the Whisperers are camouflaged within them. And what they do is they strike, within the hordes of zombies, taking out the Alexandrians. So what this book does with the little paneling is it sends a sense of chaos, which I really enjoyed when it came to those war aspects of the book. That, I thought, is where this technique really worked. But when it didn't work was when the war wasn't going on and there was all this. And I was like, Jesus God, I'm like, there's so much going on in this issue besides the war. And they tried to fit it all in here. But again, it worked when the war happened because you get to see what this person's battling, what that person's battling, who's dying, who's living, and you get to see mass casualties. And in this book, you wind up seeing Beta come after Dwight, and then at the end, who saves the day? Well, it's Negan. He knocks Beta on his ass, and he sits there and he's like, "Get the fuck up, man, when we're going to do this battle." So we can sit there and say that it looks like that you can start trusting Negan as of right now because he didn't kill Dwight, he didn't kill any of the Alexandrians, and he's here to help Rick's group. So what do I think about this second issue of the Whisperer War? Oh, that was pretty damn good. It was actually, balls to the walls action, but it actually mixed in a lot of little plot lines in there. Again, it was overwhelming at times when it came to the, all the panels with all the characters going on when they were not at war. But again, it worked when the war was actually going on. So I'm really interested to see where this all goes. There's a lot going on. The only thing I really got from it right now was the whole Negan thing, the war thing. I can't read too much on what's going on with all the other characters, so it's kind of like a big jumbled mess at the moment. It's just going to have to pan out and see what happens with it. But I enjoyed the issue for what it was. I'm going to give the issue a 4 out of 5, and it'll be interesting to see if it's more than just this big, huge war, or they're going to slow it down and not try to rush so many pieces together in each issue. So we'll see what happens with it. So again, 4 out of 5 for me when it comes to The Walking Dead, issue number 158. And fans, as always, thank you for watching Comic Frontline. Until the next comic book review, this is Mike SPIDER-SLAYER signing off. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye.